Hello and welcome to David's Gift. My name is Sally Thibault. On the David's Gift Facebook fan page recently, I posted a question about anger and meltdowns. And it really is an area of concern for many families who are raising a child on the autism spectrum. So what I'd like to do in this video is share with you some of the things we have used in the past that have helped us not only understand why they occur, but to also give our son real, effective, healthy strategies to deal with his anger and emotion. And they're strategies that have really lasted him most of his life. But before I do that, I want to share with you perhaps one of the greatest realizations that I learned as raising a child on the autism spectrum for over 25 years. And that is this: autism or not, everybody does things for a reason. It's just for our children on the autism spectrum that often that reason can be very difficult to understand because they're so highly sensitive to so many different things. And because we can't see it, hear it, experience it, taste it, touch it, or understand it, that's where the frustration comes in for us as neurotypicals. Because we can think we have all the things in place, we think we can anticipate things before they happen. But so many times an angry outburst or a meltdown will occur and it just completely takes us off guard. So by understanding that there's a reason behind everything, it just helps reframe it and put everything into perspective. So let's look at some of the things that we did. Number one, if my child was going through an emotional outburst or anger, frustration, the thing I would do first is to remove all judgment. When you judge something, what you're doing is not understanding it at its core. And if you remember always that there's always a reason, you just don't understand it yet. What it helps you to do is to come at the emotion that they're experiencing with a sense of compassion and non-judgment. Number two, if my child was going through an angry outburst or emotion, what I would do is ensure that I was 100% present in that moment. There's a tendency to want to get angry and emotional at the same time as our stress levels rise in the midst of this angry outburst. But by remaining 100% present and moving into that place of compassion, what you do is reframe what's going on and you really stop worrying about everybody else at that point, because you can begin to listen with your heart to what your child is experiencing when you remove your emotion. Number three, and probably the greatest skill I ever learned as a parent, and that's the ability to live in the question. So when my child was in the midst of an angry outburst, I would immediately go to the questioning. What's going on here? What am I not seeing yet? What happened yesterday, the day before, 2 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago? What's going on right now that I perhaps haven't picked up? Now what you do is when you fall into that, go straight into that living in the question, you go straight to your own intuition and wisdom. And when you practice this over and over again, it becomes just like a sixth skill. It becomes something you do automatically, trusting your intuition and trusting your wisdom, and you'll be surprised how many times you're 100% correct. Number four, and this was actually a fun strategy. What we would do is help our child get rid of the emotion out of his body. And one of the things we do is get him to punch a pillow. Now, I don't know if you've ever punched a pillow when you're angry, but you can't do it for very long. You see, when a child is really angry, what happens is the emotion builds in the body, and that emotion becomes energy. And as I'm sure you've seen before, when a child on the autism spectrum is angry, the amount of energy that flows through that body is quite extraordinary. So by helping them punch a pillow, what you're doing is you're making the emotion okay, and you're helping them develop a healthy strategy in order to deal with that emotion without placing anybody else in harm. So while your child is beating that pillow, or the other thing is to scream into the pillow, encourage them. I know you're really angry. Please get that anger out of your body. Punch that pillow as hard as you can. And when all the energy is depleted, and the emotion is gone. Number 5, you can begin to talk to your child unemotionally and with compassion, and begin to ask them the questions. Do you know something? I know you were really angry and upset about something then, but can you help me because I didn't quite understand what it was? Or, do you know what? That really wasn't appropriate, what you just did then. Being angry is okay. How can we come up with other strategies so the next time you're angry, we can do something different? That could be something like going outside and kicking a ball, jumping on the trampoline, getting to the bedroom and punching a pillow. You see, what we want to do is help our children get in touch with their emotion, understand that being angry is a perfectly normal emotion. It's how you deal with it that is unacceptable. And to help them create acceptable ways to deal with their emotion is a skill that lasts for life. You know, there's many neurotypicals who never know how to deal effectively or healthily with anger. But that's what you can give your child, the gift you can give your child. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. But if you stick with these strategies over a period of time, your child will start to fall into the habit of naturally moving to those healthy ways of dealing with their anger and being able to express it effectively and honestly. Well, I hope some of these strategies have helped, and I look forward to hearing from you of some of the things that you've used in the past that you feel have worked for your child and you can share with others. I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now.